What's going on, people? Welcome back. Look, in this video, I'm going to show you how to turn followers into paying clients. I'm going to give you the step-by-step on like what posts I would make, what's my thought process, what stories. Honestly, I'm just going to give it all away for free. I feel like in a giving mood. These plays I've worked for Rob, for example, who's in our private community, about to hit $30,000 in 1 month. We got Micah, less than 30 days in the program, $7,000 a month in monthly recurring revenue. And yeah, I'm gonna give it all for free. I just felt in a giving mood. I'm just gonna let it flow. Honestly, if you can't just sit here and just watch me talk and literally show you on what's been proven to work from my coaches, and like literally you are a lost cause. And literally there's no point of you watching the rest of this video because you are just going to be constantly spinning your wheels. So, but if you are an action taker, stay on. Last thing, if you need help implementing any of this in your business, there is a link down below to book a call. If you are a coach and you want to take your business completely online, scale, high ticket, go ahead and book a call with me or my setter. Okay. Anyways, we're going to talk about IG. Okay. What's the main platform that a lot of people are using? Okay. So usually what happens is that you got you, right? And I'm going to put you as a stick figure. Okay. I should have said this, but this is the client. This is the follower. Okay. Let's just put I am on my mouse. So I'm just going to put follow. Okay. So you got the follower, okay? And then you got you, okay? So a lot of times with coaches is that they're making content, right? They're like doing like, for example, like they're doing a post. It could be like, let's just put T for tip. They're putting like, I don't know, like a selfie. Let's just put S for selfie, okay? And they're just posting like, and I'm just gonna put right here too, because I see this a lot too, random, because they just post random content for attention, okay? Tips, selfies, random content that they may think is helpful. Okay, look, in order for you to bridge the gap to have a follower turn into a paying client, there's a process, right? A lot of coaches think, oh, I'm just gonna post a random tip, I'm gonna post a random thing, and I'm gonna turn my follower into a paying client, right? I'll put it as for dollar sign, right? That's not the way it works, right? You need to post the right content. And I'm going to give you, there's a lot of variables that go into it, but I'm going to give you a few that really like play into turning a follower to a paying client, okay? Number one, I'm going to put the abbreviation because I am on my mouse, EC, engaging content, right? Like stories, a call to action. It's the little things that matter, but a lot of coaches just don't do that. They just don't. They expect that, oh, well, I posted this post and they should have just did a call to action. Sorry, they should have just took the next step. That's not the way it works, okay? Engaging content is crucial. Like that is you posting a selfie, you posting a pointless tip that you just typed in on Chat GPT. It's not valuable enough, okay? You got engaging content. Like what's the next step? I'm going to put right here OR, okay, abbreviation for outreach. A lot of times with coaches that you need to outreach to them. It could be a message like, hey, I noticed that you've been viewing my content. Are you by any chance on a fitness journey? Or you're by any chance, needing help with self-help? Whatever it is your offer is, right? Outreach is very, very important because a lot of times with these followers, right, this is what they're doing. They're literally just watching you. They're watching you, right? I say this to my coaches all the time. Just because they're not liking your content doesn't mean they're not watching your content. Like nowadays, people watch your stuff, but they won't like it, and that's fine. But they're watching you, so this is why it's important for you to do engaging content, for you to outreach, right? Another one, right, is lead magnets, right? Basically, translate to free stuff, right? Like this video is a lead magnet. This video is in hopes that I build trust with you. These are all that you do it, that it works, and then you book a call and then you join. There you go. Broke the fifth wall. That's the whole point of your favorite creators. They all do it. So you're welcome. There you go. Just shared with you my master plan, right? That's been around just now. Sarcasm, just let you know. But anyways, you got the lead magnets, free stuff, free valuable stuff to therefore, right, build trust. Okay? You got to build trust with your audience, right? So it's like giving free stuff away is valuable. Now, look, this is what I see time and time and time again with coaches is they think they like find like a random PDF or like they'll create like a random PDF and they think it's valuable and they give it away for free and no one bites or no one does anything with it. Here's the truth about your lead magnets. This is the whole hard truth. What I see from most lead magnets. You ready for this? Buckle up. Your lead magnet sucks. Your lead magnet sucks. Right? It's like a random PDF that you just typed in on ChatGPT and it just prompted you and you just put some random pictures together. The way you know you have a good lead magnet is it should hurt to give away. Like I remember the beginning stages when I was starting my online coaching business, when I was working with coaches worldwide, there was stuff that I was giving away for free that paid members were what I was giving. And I was like, oh shoot, this is like kind of scary, right? But I cannot tell you when you have that thought process and you're like, oh, this is kind of scary to give. That's how you know it's valuable. That's how you know it's valuable. Giving lead magnets, right? So giving free stuff away consistently, right? My YouTube channel is Lead Magnet. It has a lot of videos in there that coaches pay me a lot of money for that you're getting for free. So you got the engaging content, right? You got the outreach, you got the lead magnets, right? And I'm just gonna put the C, right? Consistency. You posting every single day, you running ads, you outreaching every single day. A lot of times coaches don't track their numbers. They don't track their outreaches. They don't track their posts that they're doing, their stories, who's outreaching. So therefore, it's like when you don't know your numbers, then you operate in a position of scarcity because then you're like, oh, shoot. No, I'm not getting leads. I'm not getting this, right? I'm like, well, what's your numbers? Oh, I don't know. Well, then if you don't know your numbers, then you're just going off of feelings. And the worst thing a coach can tell me, and I've helped hundreds of coaches this past year, hundreds and hundreds, right? Is when they tell me, AJ, I'm not getting leads. I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? How many, like, are you posting? Like, yeah, I just feel like I'm not, like, something's off. Okay, like, are you posting? Are you doing this? I don't know. I just feel it. The worst thing you could tell me is you feel it. Okay, do not tell me that you can feel it, right? Just literally, like, you got to show me numbers. And then my coaches know that. So basically, to get to it, right? It's like, there's a lot of variables, right? You got engaging content, you got outreach, you got lead magnets, you got like consistency, and there's probably a few more, right? But it is like I'm just gonna give you these 4, okay? So there's a lot more that bridges the gap from a follower becoming a client than you think it is. Right now, you probably, oh, well, it was a couple posts. No, it's not, right? Let's talk about the major thing, right? That I tell my coaches all the time, okay? The main thing you can build with your audience is, I'm gonna put it, this one I will spell, trust. You need to build trust with your audience. A lot of time coaches don't build trust at all. I've seen coaches with hundreds of thousands of followers not sell anything because they have a big following, but their audience doesn't trust them. So this is often slept upon, but arguably trust is the most important thing. It's like it's more important than engaging content, outreaching, or lead magnets, right? Because I mean, like, let's say you don't do any outreaching, but let's say you have a following of 1,000. And let's say 20 of them really, really trust you because you've been around for a while, whatever, right? They're going to want to give you money. They will. And they'll buy whatever it is you're selling. I've seen it. So trust is like a number one important thing that you can build. So typically, I tell coaches all the time, if you are below 10K a month, the only things you need to focus on the most is content. Okay. And I was sharing this with my coaches. Content. Okay. And convos. That's it. And I'm going to put right here, just so you know, be low. Like I said, I'm on my mouse. Be patient, bro. Like you're like, AJ, you're writing ugly. Well, I'm on my mouse. So if you're below 10K, the only thing you need to worry about is content and conversations. Like that is it. That is it. Like that is what you need to focus on is content and conversations. That's actually pretty easy because it's just a volume game, right? So from your content, right? If we're talking about trust building, right? From your content, it could be like, let's just say, let's just put lead magnets, right? It could be engaging content, like in the sense of like, you can post things that says, hey, like, I'm just going to put free, which kind of is a lead magnet, free call on how to achieve blank. A good tip, right? Not a dumb tip, right? Like a tip that you're like, that's actually pretty valuable, right? This is what that type of content that a lot of my coaches are doing, like lead magnets, engaging content, and a good tips, right? Let's talk about conversations, right? It's like, it's mainly just like, let's go like, keep it simple, right? Outreach, like they're just simple, like you reaching out to them, you just giving, I'm just going to put value, like you giving valuable knowledge away. Like I've been on calls with people, and this is where it's like coaches like piss me off sometimes, right? It's because if they're below 10K a month, sometimes they, man, I have the sun shining in here. Sorry guys if I'm a little bright today. It's like I got to put that curtain up. Anyways, yeah, so like a lot of times with coaches, like if you're below 10K, you probably have, yeah, you might have an audience, but they just don't trust you yet. So it's like, and I've had people enroll in my program that were following me for years, and it took some time. It is what it is. So like you giving valuable stuff, I have, oh, the major point that I was making that is like when I started my free community first on school, right? Which if you're not in the free community, I do have a free community. Um, yeah, what I did was a lot is I jumped on calls with people and I literally opened up the call and I said, look, I have nothing to sell you. This call is just to give you value. That's it. The moment I have a paid product, I will gladly let you know. And I literally had nothing to sell them at the time. And I'm a salesman. Like I'm like blood is in me with sales. But I had to build value. Could I have probably sold them? Probably. But I needed to build trust. So you got outreaching, you got like valuable stuff like you can give on an outreach, right? Yeah, and like on convos, you can also give lead magnets. Like literally, these are like the main things you need to focus on if you're below 10K, like your content, lead magnets, engaging content tips, conversations, give valuable stuff, outreach, and everything, right? Like that is it. So it's like I want you to understand, like really, like understand, like I hope like this video is kind of opening your eyes. Like there's a whole step process that goes into like literally having someone go from follower to paying client. It's not like, oh, they follow me, they should just be paying client. Like there's like a whole like trust that goes into, there's like a whole process, right? So it's like let's do this, right? So you got the funnel, right? The bro funnel, right? And you got like, this is the client, right? And this is your funnel, right? And your funnel is like, let's just say it's IG. Okay. So you got them to follow you. So they go in your funnel. So they follow, right? Now they're watching you, right? And then from your funnel, now you're doing like content, right? Just put content and then plus, let's put convo, whatever. Content plus conversations. Cool, amazing, right? And then from there, the main goal is to book a call. Book, just say book. That's how it is. Like honestly, if you're below 10K, like this is usually what it is. It's like they follow you, content, conversations, book a call. That's it. It's like usually, guys, I want you to understand, like in order for someone to be like a paying client, a lot of times they just need to be like, they need to build trust, right? Like I mentioned before, but there's something that's often slept upon. It's also nurture. Like, what I mean by nurture, like a lot of times people like are a perfect fit for your program, but they just need to be nurtured for 1 to 12 months. That's how it is. It's even like that on Instagram, right? Our data for us in our container, it's about 47 minutes. People need to spend on average 47 minutes with you through your social media channels in order for them to be a paying client. That's how it is. And look at like right now, like I've had people like follow me for years and they were watching my content. I had one guy enroll in our program the other day and he's like, yeah, I've been watching YouTube videos. That's time. That's time that they're spending with me. So you need to nurture them for 1 to 12 months. That's how it works. So how do you nurture them? By doing, like, I've had people like, George, if you're watching this, George is in our private community. I remember like a week before he enrolled, I outreached him. He's like, oh, bro, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Somebody straight up. I'm like, all right, cool. Amazing. And then guess what he did? A week later, he's like, all right, I'm interested. But yeah, he needed to be nurtured. And George probably joined, I think he was in my free community in the earlier days, in the OG school days. And yeah, he was like probably joined like 4 or 5 months in. So yeah, so like they need to be nurtured and they get nurtured basically through content. Right? So it's like, I hope you're kind of like my goal for you guys is very, very simple. Like I hope that you're like kind of just picking up what I'm putting down. If you just take a little piece of this and put it in your business, it will compound, I promise you. So yeah, so like let's get back into this, right? So it's like you got the client. So you got the follower, the potential client rather. They go in your funnel, they follow, right? I'm just gonna put that right there. They follow. Then from there, they go into content and conversations, and then from there they book, right? Sometimes they don't do conversations just yet. More or less, they're gonna be watching your content. That's how it works, right? And then when they go into your funnel, when they follow you, Now it's up to you to build trust. Now it's up to you to nurture them. If you're not doing these things consistently, you're not going to be paying clients. You see, I call this trainer or coach, rather. Coach purgatory. Meaning, let's say you're posting engaging content, you're nurturing, you're building trust, you're doing all those, you're checking all those metrics. Well, what happens is that sometimes they're just watching you, but they haven't booked a call yet. They haven't done any of that, but they're watching it. So a lot of times the coaches, they they want to reinvent something. Like, oh, nothing's happening. But they're doing everything right. Sometimes you just got to wait. Sometimes you just got to wait. I took my service completely online for me helping coaches. And like November, it was live. November, it was like the paid program was live. I didn't really build the traction until like December, halfway December, through all the people that I've nurtured and everything. But I still kept going, and then boom, unlock. And it's like that for any coaches. I've seen some coaches that come on in, they're doing everything right, and then they're like, oh, I don't know. And then they wait a couple weeks, and then boom, pops off. So yes, that's literally how you turn clients into followers into paying clients, right? So it's like engaging content, outreaching, lead magnets, conversations. Like you got them to follow, but you got all this process, right? Your posts, like trusting, like, you got to build more trust with your audience, right? So it's like, you see there's more to it, guys. Like there is more to it, okay? So like if you're below 10K a month, it's all about content. It's all about like lead magnets, all about engaging lead magnets, right? Tips, right? Good tips, by the way. Engaging content could be free calls, conversations, like give the whole farm away, give everything for free. Like honestly, like I'm telling you, right? And then like the process, like they follow you, content, like that's your funnel. That's like a below 10K. That's typically a good funnel. Like that's the most basic one. Trust, nurture your audience. You nurture them by, through your content and conversations. That's it. And you got to just be consistent. So yeah, this is literally it. If you're like, I hope that you're still here, you're watching this and you apply to your business. Like don't chase your first client. Like find out how you can give valuable stuff away for free. I was about to cuss, but I don't want to get demonetized. Find out how you can give valuable stuff away for free and just do it on a consistent basis and just show up and post good content every single day. Content that positions you as the expert, good I help statement, yada, yada, yada. So amazing. Well, yeah, if you're still here, kudos to you. Yeah, if you are interested in implementing any of this in your business, book a call below and my team and I will reach out. Hope you have a great day. Hope you take action, make a lot of money, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out.